Hello and welcome to today's quarter-final coverage in the World Cup between France and Morocco for a place in the semi-finals. This quarter-final is taking place from Boston, and will it be France who make it through as expected, or can Morocco spring a tournament surprise and knock out the European favourites in this one? Let's take a look at the early teams, starting with France. In goal for France, it is Marc Maignan. Across the back four, Jules Koundé, Daya Upamecano, William Saliba, and Luca Digne. Manu Kone and Adrien Rabiot. Across the midfield with Ousmane Dembele, Michael Olise, and Desire Doué behind Kylian Mbappe. For Morocco, it is Bono in goal. The back four of Achraf Hakimi, Issa Diop, Nusa Masraoui, and Anas Salah Adina. Centre midfield two of Ayoub Bouadi and Neil El Unai. Behind Chemseddine Talbi, Ezzedine Unai, Bilal Al Kanous. Behind the striker Brahim Diaz. Let's take a look at this in a little bit more depth then, shall we? In just a couple of minutes. But whilst we listen to the national anthems, we'll take a quick 30-second break and we should be back in 2 seconds' time. Yes, welcome back. So let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail then. In a repeat of the 2022 World Cup semi-final, tournament favourites France collide with African powerhouse Morocco in Boston, with both looking to reach the same stage of the 2026 edition. France breezed through their first 4 games of this World Cup, owing much to their superstar-laden attack, but were forced to grind out a hot-tempered 1-0 win over Paraguay in the last 16. Les Bleus are now unbeaten in 12 competitive matches, winning the last 7 in a row and stretching that run to 8 for the first time since 2004, would make them just the third nation to ever reach 3 consecutive World Cup semi-finals. Manager Didier Deschamps also makes history as he takes charge of a record-equaling 25th match at the finals. But notching a 20th win is no foregone conclusion, given that 3 of France's non-penalty shootout World Cup defeats this century have come against African opponents. Morocco were ruthless in their last 16 victory, putting 3 unanswered goals past co-host Canada from just 4 shots on target to progress. The Atlas Lions are responsible for both instances of an African team going unbeaten in their first 5 games at a single World Cup, and will be out for revenge, having been beaten by France in their 6th game in 2022. That would mark just the second time an African side has reached the semi-finals of the World Cup after themselves 4 years ago, and a 10-match unbeaten run since the African Cup of Nations final certainly suggests they're capable of upsetting the odds here. France have avoided defeat in all prior 6 head-to-heads, winning the only prior competitive meeting 2-0 in the 2022 semi-final. Let's go there. Let's see how this one occurs. We are about 4 minutes away from kickoff here. So let's see how this one plays out. I think the key battles today will definitely be France's forward line, Mbappe, Due, Elise and Dembele against the back line of Morocco, Hakimi, Issa Diop, Mazraoui and Salah. They're going to have to be totally on form today to hold off the French giants. Let's go. If you are new here, don't forget to drop a like on the YouTube video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you are on Twitch, do not forget to drop me a follow. It would be greatly appreciated. They are just about ready here. They are clearing away the little tifos on the pitch, both flags and the FIFA thing in the middle, as the referees are striding around to this near side to pose for their own little photo. I believe it's no Argentinian officiating team today of Facundo Tello, Juan Pablo Belletti, Gabriel Sade, Dario Herrera, and Christian Navarro, all from Argentina. There's a huge criticism of that, with France being the side that are likely to probably face Argentina in the final. They are very much controversy on that one. Is Hernan Misterillo, Leon Gonzalez, and Tatiana Guzman from Argentina, Uruguay, and Nicaragua, respectively. I probably butchered the VAR guy's name. I do apologise on that one. We are nearly about ready here. Just going through the French team on the screen at the moment, which is mine in goal. Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Digne, Kone and Rabiot, then Dembele, Elise, Due and Mbappe. For Morocco, it's Bono in goal, Hakimi, Diop, Mazraoui and Salah. Bouadi and Elouani, then Telby, Unahi, and El Kanous behind the lone striker, Brahim Diaz. There is a place for Saibari on the bench today. He's back from an injury. And there's also a place on the bench for Ulian Tchouameni. He's also back from his own injury struggles. There's no Nathim Aguerd or Ezazuli. They are both out injured with a groin and knee injury, respectively. So both sides are currently in a huddle. Didier Deschamps has just shook hands with, I believe that is the referee he just shook hands with. Hello, Ashley. How are we? Let's go. Welcome in. If anybody just heard a little bit of a wind tunnel sound today, I have got a fan on. I'm melting. So it's a necessity, but hopefully it's not too bad. Very, very hot. Yes, I agree. It is very, very hot indeed. I agree with you on that one. Just looking at Kylian Mbappé, he's currently still giving out some instructions before the kickoff. We are going to get underway very shortly here. I believe it's going to be Morocco to get us underway. That should be Brahim Diaz. But we're just going to still waiting here as the countdown is going on. We're about 5 seconds away from kickoff here with Brahim Diaz. And it's cleared forward, all the way forward, and out of play for a throw in one of those really unique corners, the unique kickoffs that teams tend to take. It's going to be a throw on this near side now with Luca Digne. Digne throws it inside to Upamecano, and he gives it out to that far side now to Kone. Kone further down the line inside to Elise. Elise goes back to Upamecano, and Upamecano across to Mike Mannion. Mannion, he gives it down the near side to Saliba, and Saliba now to Luca Digne. Back to Saliba, and Saliba now gives it back to Mannion. Mannion under pressure from Diaz plays it out to Upamecano, and Upamecano hits it against Unai and out for a throw there, hopefully to France on that far side with Jules Koundé. And Koundé now launches that ball forward. And it's one back there by El-Nawi. It's now one back again there by Kone. Kone charging down that far side. Gets tripped there over on that far side by El-Nawi. And this is going to be a free kick to France just over halfway. Good, powerful run that from Manu Kone. And in the end, he was tripped there by El-Nawi. The free kick was taken quickly. It's given to Elise. He now gives it down this near side to Saliba. Saliba down this near side to Digne. Luca Digne. He gives it back inside now to Saliba. And Saliba now turns it back inside to Upamecano. Upamecano now to Manu Kone, who gives it further inside looking to Elise. Which one back there by Anawi. And now to Canus. Now down this near side with Diaz. Diaz scampering forward. Still trying to come forward is Brahim Diaz. And it's now gone back inside again to El-Nawi and back to Hakimi. Hakimi now goes all the way back to Diop. And Diop now back to Bono. Bono. He clears this one long. Looking out to that far side to Bilal Al-Kanous. This one back there by Koundé. Now inside to Upamecano. And further inside now with Rabiot. And Rabiot gives it to Saliba. Saliba now looks and gives it back to Adrien Rabiot. He switches the ball out to the far side to Jules Koundé, and Koundé now further out to Manu Kone. Kone looks up and then plays it across this near side to Saliba. It's gone all the way to Luca Digne. Digne now down this near side for Due. This one back there by Diop, and Diop now gives it back to Bono. Bono. He clears this one out to that far side now looking towards Brahim Diaz. This one back again there by Koundé. It's now back inside to Upamecano. Upamecano now plays it across to Saliba. And Saliba brings the ball inside and plays it across to Rabiot. Adrien Rabiot carries it across this near side, plays it inside to Due. Due now gives it back there to Mbappe. Mbappe, he gives it across that far side now with Dembele. Dembele, he's got a nice run here at Saladini. Plays it inside now to Elise. Now gives it back to Dembele and now to Kone. Kone to Saliba and Saliba across to this near side to Digne. Digne down line to Due. Desire Due cuts inside and plays it inside now to Mbappe, who hits a low shot and it's just past the near post and out for a corner. I just wanted to make sure it definitely did go past the near post there. Pushed behind actually, decent save that from Bonu. And it's going to be a corner taken quickly there by Dembele to Mbappe. Back to Dembele on this near side now. Whips the ball into the box. It's headed down. Good save by Bonu. And cleared away there by Issa Diop. And it's now come out towards halfway with, that might have been Koundé. And Koundé now has it back over on that far side. Koundé carries the ball out and now plays it to Elise. Elise turns. Good ball control this from Elise. He's got to try and get past Saladino on that far side. Still going as Elise. Does get past him. And it's got to play in the end off of a Digne. And it's going to be a France throw. I think it's just the way that FIFA has classified it. It's now with Mbappe. It's a bit too far overrun there, and Morocco are going to have a goal kick. But I think it's probably for Morocco, so Morocco. I'm not exactly too sure as to why they've classified it as Mar, but they have done. It's now with Brahim Diaz on this near side. and he gives it now to well, it's got all the way upfield and cleared away by Saliba, and now it's with Issa Diop. Diop. Is he going to see this one behind? Yes, he is. It's going to be another goal kick there for Bono. Didier Deschamps there looking very, very calm. France looking to make another semi-final of the World Cup, as now it's played out there by Mazraoui to Saladinha, and that's cleared away, and Mazraoui's going to have another go here, but Saladinha heads this one back to Bono. Bono. He now plays it out to Enawi, and it's now gone down this near side to Hakimi. Hakimi. He goes into Buwadi, and that's probably actually Al Khanous on this near side. Actually, that was Talbi. And it's gone out for a Morocco throw off of Lucadinha, which Hakimi will take. And launches this one into Buwadi. Buwadi clears this one long, but it's gone only as far as Saliba. Saliba now dinks this back up to Rabiot, one back there by Hakimi, and Hakimi now plays it inside to El Khanous. It's now good turn there by the number 23 El Khanous, and he's carried this one all the way back, and now plays it inside to the number 24 there, which is Al Anawi. Al Anawi wider still to Telby, and Telby now further back to Saladinha, and Adina now to Mazraoui. Mazraoui back out to Saladinha. Looks up. He's got Buwadi forward, but plays instead inside to Mazraoui, and he gives it across now to Diop. Diop looks up. He plays it now down this near side to Brahim Diaz. Diaz now goes back to Diop, and this is Diop plays it across to Mazraoui. Mazraoui just inside their own half here. Now plays it across against this near side to Issa Diop down the right-hand side. He's coming more towards halfway, then gives it back again to the middle of their half with Mazraoui, and then back inside to Al Anawi, and now with Mazraoui. Now gives it back to Adina. Further wide now to the far side with Buwadi, and now goes back to Al Anawi, and now with Buwadi again here, and now with Mazraoui. Mazraoui looks up, wants to play it long, but instead goes wider to Diop. And Diop gives this one back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui to Diop. Diop now plays this one long. It's headed forward there by Digne, but one back there by Buwadi. But again, this one back again by Saliba. Saliba to Elise box. Gives it wide to Desire Due. Good ball. Tries to get past Hakimi. And it's one there back again by Diaz. Diaz tries to get away from Manu Kone. Is this a fouled Brahim Diaz Manu Kone, and it's going to be a free kick to Morocco. France 0, Morocco 0 after the first 9 minutes here, and it's now with number 26, Saladinha, and now with Buwadi. Buwadi now down to Diop. Diop now further inside there to Anawi. Anawi down this near side to Brahim Diaz. Diaz plays it over the top. Now looking for this run of Hakimi. Good run from Hakimi, but the ball had too much pace on it. Saliba sees this one behind for a goal kick. Hello, Violet. How are we? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's go. It's now with Upamecano carrying the ball forward and plays this one wide now to Dembele. And Dembele now plays it further inside, and it's cleared now by Diop up towards the wide. One back there by Kone. Kone now to Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe goes wider to Due. Due cuts inside, hits the shot. Good block there by Issa Diop. Yeah, it's hot, isn't it? It's very hot. It's now with Rabiot, and Rabiot is near side to Saliba, and Saliba now to Digne. Digne goes inside towards Due. Due slips, but then gets it back, and now Buwadi has it. Buwadi, good one back there by the Moroccan, and he now plays it back to Hakimi. Hakimi further inside now to Anani. Anawi looks up, and then plays it back inside to Hakimi, back to Anawi. Now gives it back to Hakimi, and Hakimi goes all the way back now to Diop. Diop to Bono. And Bono, the Moroccan keeper, now plays it out to Bouardi. Bouardi now gives it back with a diagonal ball to Diop, and Diop across to Bono. Bono looks up. France press is really keeping Morocco in here, but Bono clears long over the top, looking for the run of El Canoes, but it's cleared away there by Rabiot. Up now towards, well, Diop clears it the other way, and it's now again cleared away there by Saliba, only as far as Mazraoui, who gives it to Diop. Diop into Bouardi. Bouardi plays it wide now to Hakimi. Hakimi. He gives it wider to Anawi, and Anawi to Bouardi. Back to Anawi, who dinks it down this near side, looking towards Hakimi, but Saliba heads it forward to Digne. Digne now inside to Rabiot. It's given away there to El Canoes. El Canoes tries to play it across that far side now to Telby. Canoes has gone down. Telby keeps it in only for Koundé to steal it. And it's now with Upamecano. That might even be Dembele, sorry. And it's now with Koundé and now Elise. Elise carrying the ball forward towards halfway. Elise now plays it back to Manu Kone. Kone turns. Now plays it wide to Koundé. Koundé now looks up and plays it wide to Dembele. Dembele plays it forward. Good play up now towards Elise. Elise on that far side. He's got two over there. And now plays it back to Koundé. Jules Koundé inside now to Upamecano. And he gives it to Saliba. Saliba now plays it wide, but it's intercepted by Brahim Diaz. And Morocco can now come on the attack with Brahim Diaz, who's going charging forward. He's got Anawi on this near side, nothing else. Gets crowded out, does Diaz. He wants a free kick. He's not going to get it. And it's going to come away here with Jules Koundé. Koundé now charging forward. Plays it forward now to Dembele. And Dembele now goes in a circle and then plays it. And well, he's still got it, actually. And now plays it forward through the gap there, looking towards Mbappe. Mbappe tricking away inside and outside, then plays it back now towards Koundé. Goes all the way back to Luca Digne, who plays it now forward to Jules Koundé. Koundé forward again to Mbappe. Gives it back inside, wide to Elise. Elise now back to Mbappe. Mbappe inside now to Rabiot. Rabiot goes wider now to Due. Due back to Digne. And it's now, actually, that was Rabiot to Digne. And Digne whips the ball in, headed out by Mazraoui. And it's going to come all the way back now to Upamecano. It's now with Mbappe to Elise. Elise now inside to Manu Kone. Back now to Saliba. Inside to Rabiot. And Rabiot now further inside to Saliba now to Elise. Elise gets tripped by Anawi. El Anawi. And it's going to be a free kick to France about 30 yards out from the Moroccan goal. France definitely look like the more potent side, but Morocco have had a couple of counter-attacks where if they could get a few more bodies forward, they definitely look a bit more potent going that way as well. But the holding firm so far, but Elise and Dembele are standing over this free kick. It's just towards the left-hand side here, and Dembele leaves it for Elise to dink it into the box, and it's headed out there by Mazraoui only as far as Jules Koundé. Back now to Elise. Elise now plays it down this near side to Saliba. Saliba now plays it wide to Desire Due. Due now plays it further inside now to Mbappe. Mbappe knocks it off of El Anawi, and it's now come all the way down this near side to Tolby. And Tolby now to Bono. Bono now to El Anawi to Mazraoui. Mazraoui gives it wider to that far side now with Saladinha inside to Bouardi. Bouardi turns, plays it down this near side to Hakimi. And Hakimi now plays it forward to Anawi. Anawi now to Diaz. Diaz back to Anawi and gives it back to Diaz. Diaz charging forward, trying to get round Rabiot. Can't do so. Rabiot's played it back now to Magnan. But they seem to have pulled this ball up here for a free. It might be a free kick or just a stop because now Uanawi is down here after Luca Digne kicks him off the ball. If you are new here, don't forget to drop me a subscribe and a like on the YouTube video. And don't forget to drop me a follow if you are over on Twitch. It'd be greatly appreciated. And do share out the live, guys. It'd be greatly appreciated. We have got a Moroccan free kick down on their right-hand side, which Achraf Hakimi is going to get ready to take. 15 minutes gone here. It's France 0, Morocco 0. But it's been a heavily entertaining game so far. Both sides looking to really push each other in this one. Hakimi is ready to whip this ball in, and he whips it. That's got way too much on it, and it's gone all the way over the top and out of play for a goal kick. Really should have done better for a player of Achraf Hakimi's ability. That one had way too much in terms of curl and not enough accuracy. Manyon's played it out to Upamecano. It's now with Koundé. Koundé gives it back to Upamecano, who then clears it long upfield now to Dembele. Dembele inside towards Elise, and he's managed to get it through Toby there. And it's now with Digne to Mbappe. Mbappe looks up, trying to go on a run, does go on a run. Very powerful run here, and then runs out of space as Alcanus shields that one out of play. Who am I rooting for? To be honest, I'd quite like Morocco to win, to be fair. But Diop dinks this ball forward, only as far there as Digne. Digne, he gives it back now to Rabiot, and Rabiot gives it across to Kone. Kone carries the ball forward, then plays it back to Upamecano. Upamecano now, forward to Elise, gives it back to Upamecano. Looks up. Plays it now wider to Jules Koundé. Inside now to Dembele. And Dembele now turns and gives... Oh, he's still got Dembele. And then plays it wider down this near side to Rabiot. Oh. Rabiot. It's now with Digne. Digne gives it back to Due. And Due now to Rabiot. Rabiot gives it further back now to Saliba. Saliba across to Upamecano. And Upamecano gives it wide to Jules Koundé. Koundé. It's now wider to Elise. Elise carrying the ball forward, cuts inside to Elise, and then plays it inside to Mbappe. Mbappe now gives it wider to Due. Due dinks the ball into the box. It's headed there over the top by a combination of Dembele and Jules Koundé. Is their logo a chicken? I don't actually know what the France logo is, to be fair. It's some kind of cockerel, birds, I don't know. It's interesting though, as it's now gone out of play there off of Adrian Rabiot, and Morocco will have a throw on this near side. Which Achraf Hakimi will take. Apparently there's been one shot on target for France, whereas a 0 for Morocco so far. As Achraf Hakimi throws one in his header, followed by Digne inside to Rabiot. Rabiot now to Elise. It's just been handball on from the Moroccan Hakimi there. So the France had a free kick, but it's now with Upamecano. And he's going to turn and play it down this near side to Adrian Rabiot. Rabiot carries it forward and plays an interchange with Mbappe. Then gets it to Due. Due now gives it wider to Kone. Kone carrying it forward. Now plays it to Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, hits a shot, blocked there. It's come back as far as Upamecano. Upamecano now plays it wider to Manu Kone. And Manu Kone further down the line to Jules Koundé. Koundé back to Kone. Kone now inside to Upamecano. Upamecano gives it back now to Saliba. Saliba, the Arsenal centre-back, gives it now to Luca Digne. Luca Digne. He now plays it back to Saliba. And Saliba plays it across to Jules Koundé. Koundé now gives it wider still to Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, now plays it to Koundé. Koundé tries to play it across. It's deflected off of Mazraoui and out for a Morocco for a France corner. Over on that far side, the French right, which I believe It's not going to be Dembele to take this, I don't think. He's going to be over there, though. It's going to be Elise to take on that far side. He plays it inside to Dembele, and then Dembele whips the ball into the box, and it's just headed over there by Adrien Rabiot. Needed to get over that one instead of just getting under it because he just ballooned that over the bar. Bonu now plays that under pressure to Diop. Diop to Hakimi. Good play there only to give it away to Rabiot. Instead of Digne to Elise. Elise now gives it wider to Desire Due. Due towards the edge of the box. Still carrying it. Now plays it back to Rabiot. Rabiot. He now plays it back to Saliba. And Saliba now to Upamecano. Now Elise to Saliba. Saliba. And it's now with Digne. Digne plays it forward now to Rabiot. Rabiot turns, plays it back now to Elise. Elise dinks the ball into the box, up towards Jules Koundé, but there's too much on that, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Bono. Do you not have sounds, Luke? I do. If I do gaming streams, they'll come back. It's for for these commentaries because I'm broadcasting them across to YouTube. It's a bit more difficult to have the Twitch rewards on at the same time, so I haven't quite worked out how to have both so it functions properly. So I turn them off. Also, when I have co-coms, it distracts them when the sounds come through. So I turn channel rewards off on Twitch for now, unfortunately. However, they will come back when I do different content over for Twitch exclusive. It's now with Diaz to Bawardi, back to Diaz, where we should be approaching the first hydration break shortly. But we have a throw here with Achraf Hakimi on this near side. He's going to throw it in now to El Kanous, but it's now one back there by Elise. Elise now to Mbappe, back to Elise. Elise carries the ball out that far side towards Dembele, who gets around Saladina, but good play to get back there from Saladina. He's now going to play it forward to El Kanous. El Kanous now looks up, plays the ball forward now to Telby. Telby trying to get past Upamecano. Telby plays it through Upamecano, but only to Manu Kone. Welcome back to YouTube. If you haven't subscribed over on YouTube, do consider dropping me a subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. I don't think I like my name being purple. Can't really do too much about that. It's that one out towards Diaz. Diaz scampering forward as Brahim Diaz. Now plays it wide to Hakimi. Hakimi. He gives it back now to Awani. Now to Hakimi again. Now it's gone out from Morocco corner. Good spell this from Morocco. Is that nice? I'm not sure. I can't see the Twitch specific stuff over here, unfortunately. But Morocco are going to have a corners, whipped in, cleared away there by Rabiot, as far now as Mbappe, and it's now with Due. Due wide to Elise. Elise carries the ball forward, but Wardy battling away there. Good one back there by Uwani. Now wider to Diaz again. Diaz plays it inside now to Unawi. Unawi plays it forward again there to El Kanous, wide to Bawardi. Now back to El Kanous. El Kanous further inside now to Uani and now to Telby. Telby, he gives it back to El Anahui. And it's now with Unani to Bawardi to Hakimi. Hakimi now down the near side to Diaz. Brahim Diaz. Scampering forward. Now plays it inside to Bawardi. Now back to Brahim Diaz. He dinks it across now towards Bawardi into the box, battling away, but good play there from Rabiot. Only as far as Hakimi. He goes down. Elise is scampering forward, still going as Elise. Now plays it forward to Mbappe. Mbappe into the box. But Mazraoui trips him. I think the referee's given a penalty for a foul there on Kylian Mbappe. Now, I think there was a Morocco foul in the build-up to all of that, but it appears there's going to be a penalty for a foul there by Mazraoui on Mbappe. But I think the Desire Due fouls Hakimi there. And then Mazraoui does clean out Mbappe, but I think there was a foul in the build-up to that. I mean, I could be wrong, but on looks that I've had, I think that was a foul from the Due on Hakimi. But I believe it's going to be a penalty to France, and we ain't going to worry about the foul in the build-up. So France have the opportunity here to take the lead, and Diop still currently having a word with Dembele here, who's currently got the ball. There's currently a VAR check on the penalty, so it's still not officially been given yet. We all love a good VAR check here at Turton Talks. Hakimi's currently having a word with the linesman on this near side, and Mbappe is now lining the ball up ready. The VAR check is still currently showing on the bottom of the screen for the penalty. Everybody has cleared the box. I don't think this will be overturned because the referee is setting this up for a penalty. So I'm going to get my scoreboard up ready here. Mbappe against Bono. They're playing at Boston Stadium in Boston, Violet. Mbappe is going to get ready to take this. We've been waiting a while for this one. The referee is currently telling everybody to make sure they don't encroach into the box. Now he's striding out to this near side, the referee. We still wait for Mbappe to take this one. Didier Deschamps is sitting in his dugout. He can't watch. The referee is still waiting here. I'm still not quite sure what the issue is with this. Still waiting to see what's going on here. Okay, I think we're about ready for this to be taken now for a huge delay. Mbappe gets ready. The check is now over. So the decision is penalty. Mbappe is still not ready to take this. The referee is still not happy. Get on with it! Mbappe now is going to step back again, ready to take this penalty. Steps up, does a stuttered run up, hits it, saved by Bono! And again, another stuttered run up, and is saved by the keeper. Kylian Mbappe tries to go down low to the right. Bono guessed the right way, and it is saved there by the Moroccan goalkeeper. And it's now up towards halfway. Now Dembele is going to come back and play it out to this near side to Desire Due. Due strides forward, cuts inside, then plays it back to Kone. Kone turns, now plays it back to Digne. Digne forward now to this near side with, I think that was Mbappe. And it's now gone down this near side to Due again. You guys are not happy that one was saved. I mean, it was a pretty poor penalty in fairness. He didn't really run up and smash it. He just did that stuttered run up, which hasn't really been effective all tournament to be fair. And then tried to side foot it, but Bono guessed the right way. I think the stuttered run ups are not quite helping here. It's still France 0, Morocco 0 after half an hour here. And we are now having the first half hydration break. If you're going to do a stuttered run up, you have to smash it into the other side and be confident in just putting your foot through it. Side footing it into that bottom corner when you've done a stuttered run up is just giving them the opportunity there to go down low and save it, of which Bono did immensely. And so far here, France have had a couple of opportunities. Morocco have had a couple of decent counter-attacks as well, to be fair. But again, it's making it a very interesting first half. with was not really knowing which way this game was going to go so far. Wow, I wish it was raining here like that. Lucky. It's not raining there either. I think it's pretty warm there too, in fairness. 2 seconds, guys. Just to put my lamp on. Right. Apologies about that. Just had to take a quick 2 second break there to give myself a bit more illumination. We're still on the hydration break. There's probably going to be about 6 or 7 minutes at a time here after this hydration break of 3 minutes and the penalty decision that took forever to take. So there's probably at least 5 or 6 minutes here. I have actually got a hydration break for I could actually display on the screen here. Now it's just about over. I shall be live again tomorrow to bring you the second quarter-final between Spain and Belgium. I won't be doing the England game or the Argentina games for Saturday and Sunday, as I'm going to save a bit of energy for both the semi-finals and the final. They will both be here on Turtle Talks. But the hydration break is now over. Once Luca Digne gets ready now to take this throw. I think he took it before and had to retake it again here, and is now going to throw it into Elise. Elise cuts inside, plays it back now to Manu Kone. It's now with Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, hits the shot, miles wide. That's miles wide of the target there. Never going to trouble Bonu with that type of effort. And it's going to be a goal kick for Morocco. Who's number 7? That is Ousmane Dembele. It's now with Due. Due goes round Hakimi, still going as Zaya Due, still charging forward. And it's now won back there by Hakimi. Hakimi forward now to Iwani, but it's gone out to play there for a throw by for Digne. Digne now to Elise. Elise charging forward, tries to get towards the box, goes down, nothing given, and Bawardi now has it. Bawardi turns, good turn. He still kept hold of it. Turned about 3 times to the circle there. Then gave it to Telby. Now to Alanawi. It's now gone back to Diop and then back to Alanawi. Alanawi. It's now gone wider to Mazraoui. Mazraoui now forward to Telby. That's actually Alanawi, sorry. It's now gone back there to Saladina. Now to Buwadi, to Anawi. Anawi, now to Hakimi. Hakimi now gives it back inside to, well, it's gone back to Hakimi. And Hakimi now gives it back to Issa Diop. Diop now plays it forward to Saladina. Actually, that's Alanawi, sorry. Alanawi, he gives it to Saladina. He then looks up and plays it inside to Bawadi. Bawadi, he gives it back now to Issa Diop. Issa Diop, he now plays it across now to Saladina and now to Alanawi. Alanawi looks up, plays it down to Bawadi, and Bawadi now carries the ball forward over halfway and then plays it wider to Brahim Diaz. Now gives it back to Uanawi, now to Diaz. Diaz inside towards Bawadi to Unawi. Unawi looks up, tries to play it through the gap towards Diaz, but it's covered there by Upamecano, and now headed inside by Due to Rabiot. Rabiot now to Diop. Diop, he's played it back now. He's played it through towards Alanawi now to Mazraoui, and Mazraoui to Saladina. Saladina, he turns and turns again and still has it and plays it now to Bawadi. Bawadi can't turn away from Due. Good win there by Due. Into the box. Here's the shot. Good save there by Bonu again. And it's gone out for a corner. And again, Bonu had to get down low there to save it. And a good effort there from Desire Due. France are pushing here, but can't quite get past that brick wall of Bonu so far. As we now have a second corner on this near side for France. They've had two on either side now. And Elise gets ready to take this. Does Michael Elise? In just a moment, once he's put the ball on the quadrant properly. And now gets ready to whip this ball in towards the back post. It's headed up there by Kone, but too tame and into the hands there of Bono. Bono then bowls this one out. It's flicked around the corner there looking towards Tolby. And now comes away with this as Tolby. And in the end, he can't quite get past Kone. But the ball's gone too quick through Mbappe back to Bono. Kone's got up again, holding his back. He doesn't look particularly happy with the decision. And it's now Elanawi to Bawardi. Back to Elanawi. Elanawi now plays down this near side to Issa Diop. Diop now gives it back to Bono. Bono now inside to Elanawi. And it's now forward again there to Elanawi. Turns, looks up, gives it back now to Salaradina. And now it's gone wider to the far side with Alcanus. It's now gone back there to Mazraoui. Mazraoui now inside to Salaradina. Salaradina now gives it across to Diop. It's a Diop. He gives it back inside to Salaradina. And then forward to Elanawi. Elanawi. He plays it now across to Mazraoui. And Mazraoui now forward to Elanawi. That's now probably Uwani, sorry. Uwani now plays it inside to Salaradina. Salaradina goes back to Elanawi. He now plays it to this near side with Hakimi. Hakimi goes back to Diop. And Diop turns. Looks up and then plays it inside to Elanawi. Elanawi carrying the ball forward. Plays it now inside there. He gets it back off Elanawi. Does Saradinha. But there's alleged to have been a foul on Manu Kone by Elanawi. And it's going to be a free kick to France. Morocco are holding firm here so far. Good play, good defensive shape. France just need to do a little bit more to try and break through this Moroccan rear guard. It's now with Due on this near side. Plays it back to Digne. And Digne now to Saliba. He gives it round the corner to Jules Koundé. Koundé looks up, plays it forward now to Elise. Elise carries the ball forward into the box. Still going as Elise. It's now gone back now as far as Dembele. Dembele is now won back there by Elanawi. Forward towards Brahim Diaz, who goes down. Takes the free kick quickly off of Kone, but it's still going to be a free kick to Morocco. They're going to have to take that again. 38.5 minutes gone here. It's France 0, Morocco 0. As Diop now plays it across to Elanawi. Elanawi inside to Saladina, back to Elanawi. He now plays it to Issa Diop. Diop. And he goes back to Bono. Bono now out to Mazraoui. Mazraoui looks up and plays now to Saladina. Saladina turns up towards halfway. Now plays it across this near side. And I believe the number 23 there, Bella Alcanus, had to come back to try and claim that one. It's now with Diop. Diop. Now gives it back to Bono. Who plays it back to Diop. And Diop now inside to Bawardi. Bawardi further inside now to Elanawi. Elanawi forward to Uwani. Uwani now plays it forward to Brahim Diaz. Charged on the far side. Gives it to Toby. Toby into the box. Can't quite get it off Koundé. It's kept in. Now comes as far there as Salaradinha. And that's headed out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick to France and Mike Maignan, who has not had much to do so far in this first half. It's now with Saliba to Digne. Luca Digne now plays it out to Due. He gives it back now to Saliba. Saliba, who now plays it wide to Upamecano. Upamecano gives it wider now to Koundé. Choose Koundé. and now gives it back inside to Upamecano. Upamecano now to Saliba, and Saliba to Digne. Digne now gives it to Saliba, and Saliba across to Upamecano. Upamecano now plays it forward to Manu Kone. Kone carries the ball forward and gives it now to Mbappe towards Elise, but now it's pulled back there by Alanawi. Now to Diop, gives it across to Mazraoui. Mazraoui now plays it forward to Toby. Toby charging forward, now turns, gives it back now to Saladinha, to Mazraoui, to Saladinha. Now to Mazraoui, back inside to Saladinha again, who turns, and it's now with Toby. Actually, that's probably El Canus. He gives it back now to Mazraoui, now to Hakimi. That's Bawadi, sorry, to Hakimi, and Hakimi now to Diop. Diop gives it down the near side to Iwani, back inside to Hakimi. It's now with Mazraoui. Mazraoui plays it forward to that far side now to Saladinha. And now El Canus goes down, and that's a free kick for a foul there on El Canus. And it's now still going to be a free kick. And actually, it's won back there by Upamecano to Rabiot. Rabiot now gives it back to Kone. Now it's with Upamecano again, who plays it forward towards Rabiot, who goes down under the foul there of El Canus. Let's go, guys. It's now with Saliba. Saliba inside to Kone. Now plays it forward to Mbappe, who plays the ball over top. They're looking for the run of Dembele, but it's headed forward by Saladinha to Mazraoui. It's now with Toby. He gives it back to Saladinha. Saladinha now plays it towards Toby. Toby now gives it back to Saladinha and inside to Bawadi. Bawadi turns and turns again and plays it back to Mazraoui. And Mazraoui now plays it back to Bono. Bono plays it Issa Diop and is now back with Bono to Issa Diop again here. Carrying it forward. Issa Diop and then dink down the line now towards Hakimi, but couldn't quite get through. And it's going to be a throw there, which Digne takes to Saliba. Saliba. He now plays it to Upamecano. Upamecano plays it forward to Elise. Goes back to Upamecano. And Upamecano now to Manu Kone. Kone forward to Due, but it's one back there by Bawadi to Diaz, who gives it back now to Hakimi to Diaz again. Diaz turns, cuts inside, can't quite get through Kone, but now Bawadi's battling with Kone. Kone carrying the ball forward, down this near side, then plays it back inside to Due. Due gets further inside to Rabiot. Rabiot forward to Mbappe. Mbappe now gives it back to Upamecano. Upamecano looks up, plays it across to that far side with Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, still carrying the ball inside, and then turns and plays it back to Upamecano, who slides the ball round the corner towards Kunde. Too much on that Morocco goal kick. And there's about a minute and a bit until we get to the added time here in the first half. And it's still France nil, Morocco nil. I will be taking a break at half time, but I will be back for the second half. I'll leave you with the rock tune at half time. And it's now gone forward towards Al Canus, but it's going to go out for a Morocco throw. There's Antoine Griezmann, not in the squad this World Cup. I think he may have retired, but he is still here watching the French national team. And Achraf Hakimi throws this ball into El Nui and then back to Bawadi and back to El Anawi. El Anawi, he gives it now to Issa Diop. Diop turns and then plays it back to Bono. Bono now clears this one long upfield, looking there for the run of Toby. Upamecano takes this one down. There's going to be 5 minutes of added time here at the end of the first half. That's going to be 5 minutes added time. So we play to 50 on the count, on the clock. It's now with Digne to Due. It's one back there by El Canus, but then one back again by Due. Now to Elise. Elise cuts inside and plays it now to Kone. Kone. Wide as a Jules Koundé. And now to Dembele. Dembele cuts inside, whips it now to Due. Due plays it back to Rabiot, and Rabiot now to Digne. Luca Digne goes back to Desire Due, and Due now goes even further back there to Saliba. Saliba to Kone, and it's smashed against Toby there, and ballooned up towards Dembele. Dembele goes inside now to Elise. Elise cuts inside, shot blocked, and comes out now to Luca Digne, who then hits the shot and has to get a save on that. A fingertip on that does Bono, and it hits the bar in the end and balloons up and over. I'm sure Bono touched that, but Luca Digne smashes one. It's looping. He does get a finger. Does he get a fingertip on that one, Bono? Was he from this angle? It may have just gone onto the bar. Still looking at this again. I think it just hits the bar, actually. I think it evades Bono. And it's now with Digne on this front, this near side anyway, who launches it into Upamecano. It's now with Koundé, wider to Dembele. Dembele now inside to Mbappe. It's now with Upamecano. He then clears this near side to Due. Due going towards the box, trying to get round his man. And he's alleged to have fouled Achraf Hakimi. So that's going to be a free kick to Morocco on this near side. The Morocco right. Yeah, he was pulling his shirt there, Due. He was pulling Hakimi's shirt. You can't really get away with that. It's always going to be given as a foul, even if you try to take a foul afterwards. It's always going to be a foul for that one, and it's going to be a free kick to Morocco. I don't know why we keep seeing it, to be fair. It's now coming forward again here with Dembele. We didn't see the free kick, but Dembele goes into the box, and it's one there back by Salaradinha. Salaradinha charging towards the halfway line, gives it to Anawi. Anawi carrying the ball forward. Good play this from Morocco. Now played inside to El Anawi. Now down to this side to Hakimi. Hakimi to Brahim Diaz. Diaz gives it inside now to El Canus. El Canus now plays it forward to Brahim Diaz. Gives it back to El Canus. Now to Brahim Diaz again. Then actually to Hakimi and then back to Diaz. Now with El Canus. Plays it wider to Hakimi. Hakimi now plays it into Diaz. Brahim Diaz turns. Then plays it against against Rabiot, but Rabiot just have handballed this one, so it's going to be a free kick for Morocco just outside the penalty area. Dangerous position this for a Morocco free kick. Rabiot couldn't really do too much about that, but it does hit his hand, and it's going to be a free kick on the Morocco right. Now this one really has to be a good delivery. The previous one really wasn't, so this one has to be better from the Moroccans so far. If you are over on Twitch, don't forget I am also over on YouTube. So don't forget to drop over into the YouTube chat as well. And also don't forget to drop a subscribe as well if you are going to drop over onto YouTube. It'd be very much appreciated, guys. As Hakimi gets ready now. Well, Hakimi or Brahim Diaz over this one. Very dangerous position. Hakimi tries to go to the near post. And again, that is a shocking free kick from Achraf Hakimi. Probably should have left that for Diaz. Better angle for Brahim Diaz. Hakimi was trying to sneak it in that near post, but instead hits the hits the boards behind the goal. And that is half time here in Boston. And it is France 0, Morocco 0 after 50 minutes of play. So we are going to have a half time break here. We had a penalty miss or penalty saved by Bono from Mbappe. But apart from that, there is really nothing else to report so far. And it is Morocco 0, France 0 here at half time. That is not seen on portrait view at all. So if you do want to see the graphic that's currently showing 0-0 here, half time 0-0, I'm going to have to try and resize that. But I'm going to take a quick 5-10 minute break here, and I shall see everybody on the other side of this break. All right, welcome back to Boston for the second half here of France versus Morocco. Will we find out in the next 45 minutes who will make it through to the first semi-final? We shall see. Now, let's stick the teams back on. And then I'm going to get everything sorted here. As the sides have headed out here for the second half, France are in white today. Morocco are in their red and green. Morocco actually is still in a tunnel at the moment. Uanari is currently having another word with his side. There's actually a substitute that is also involved in this conversation. There's still some lengthy discussions here. Anawi and Hakimi were leading those discussions as they're all now heading out for the second half, the Moroccans. So we shall see exactly how the next phase of play plays out this evening. UK time is probably about middle of the afternoon over in Boston. But we shall see how this one ends up. Hopefully we get some goals in the second half. That should liven things up a little bit. And then we shall see who goes through to face potentially Spain or Belgium, which we'll find out who will make that semi-final place up tomorrow here on Turton Talks from the slightly earlier time of 7:50. Of the kickoff being an 8 p.m. kickoff. I shall be live at 7:50 tomorrow, not 8:50. I will still be on at 8:50, but you'd have missed probably the first half by that point. So yes, I'll be on at 7:50 tomorrow for Spain Belgium. As we look forward now to this second half, which hopefully is going to get started soon. I'm not quite sure what the delay is to the second half here. We're still awaiting Morocco to actually enter the field of play by the looks of it. They're taking their time on this one. They are just about ready to walk out now into the Boston sunshine. France have been out there for a very long time. Morocco have kept them waiting. But here they come now, the Moroccans, led out by Achraf Hakimi and also Salah Adina. Anas Salah Adina. Didier Deschamps currently having a bit of a conversation with one of his coaches there, seeing what they can do. And Mbappe looks pumped for the second half after his penalty miss in the first half. France will be getting us underway very shortly here, as the countdown is just going on here now in the stadium. We're about 5 seconds here away from the ball moving, with Elise will be taking this. I think he's going to do a similar thing to what Morocco did in the first half. In fact, he is going to do exactly what Morocco did in the first half and smash it long. But Mazraoui has claimed it and is now with Bono. And Bono now looks to clear this one out towards Saladinha, but instead it's gone out of play for a throw, which Jules Koundé will take. Koundé now throws this one back to Upamecano, who now plays it across there to Saliba. Saliba now across to Deo Upamecano, who plays it forward towards Dembele. Couldn't quite flick it round Mazraoui, and in the end, it's gone out to play for a Morocco throw, which Saladinha will take. Saladinha throws it inside there to Alouani. It's now gone forward towards Telby, but instead it's gone out to play there to the throw for Jules Koundé to take. and he now throws it back to Deo Upamecano. There's been no changes at half time, so the sides are as you were on the screen. And it's now with Digne forward to Due, back to Digne. Digne now forward, across to Saliba. Saliba across to Upamecano. And Upamecano now gives it down this near side to Manu Kone. Kone now forward to Dembele. Dembele inside to Elise. And Elise now gives it back to William Saliba. Now to Elise. Elise now to Manu Kone. And Manu Kone now gives it down this near side to Koundé. Koundé to Dembele. And Dembele tries to play it through the gap, but won back there by Mazraoui. And it's now with Uwani. Uwani now plays it forward to El Canoes. Now back to Uwani. Uwani now carries the ball forward. Plays it forward now to that far side with, I think that's El Canoes. And it's now come all the way down this near side with Telby. Telby on this near side. Carries it wide. Now he's trying to have a run at Koundé. Now plays it inside to Uwani, who goes into the box. Quick feet. Still hasn't gives it across there to Brahim Diaz. Shot blocked. And now Elise plays it to Due. Now to Digne. Digne, he dinks it over the top, but one back there by Buwadi. And it's now with Saladinha. Now to Uwani. And Uwani tries to play it back forward again there to Diaz. And Buwadi now gives it wider to Hakimi. Hakimi back to Buwadi. And it's now with Uwani. Awahi now wider to that far side with Brahim Diaz. Has now gone back inside to El Awahi. And it's now with Saladinha. Adina now gives it down this near side to Tolby, and Tolby inside to El Kandus. Tries to play it back through towards Tolby. He thinks he's been held off there by Upamecano. Maignan bowls it out to Kone. Kone, he spreads the ball nicely over top. They're looking there for the run of Due. Due takes it down and he's blocked off by Hakimi. But I think that's going to be a goal kick to Bono. Time, dismiss that. And Bono's now going to get ready to take this and take this goal kick in a second here. Bawadi's moving away. And Bono then plays it to Bawadi. Now to Diop. Tried to play it forward, but it was won by Elise. He tried to play the ball through. And now Morocco have won it back here. And it's going to be played out towards the near side to Toby. Couldn't quite get onto the end of that, and it's going to be a French throw. Manu Kone is down here, clutching his knee. So we've got a bit of a stoppage here, I'll be guessing, whilst Manu Kone gets himself seen to. The Argentinian referee is just about making his way over to see Manu Kone. He looks into some discomfort there, does the French midfielder. They have got options on the bench for Didier Deschamps if he has to swap Manu Kone. He's got up and currently limping around. I think there may have been a collision there with Azadine Unahi. It's now with Mike Maignan. He plays it across to Saliba. And Saliba forward there to Rabiot. Rabiot. It's now back with Saliba. He now plays it to Luca Digne. Digne, he plays it forward now to Mbappe. Mbappe wider to Due. Now to Digne. Digne to Saliba and Saliba to Kone. Kone. He now gives it to this near side to Upamecano. And Upamecano down to Koundé. Koundé. He now has to play it back to Upamecano. Now back inside to Kone. Kone seems to have recovered from that knee knock. And he now carries it forward. And then it runs into about 4 Moroccans. So it's now with Saladinha. He now plays it back there to Elouane. He now goes back to Bono. Bono. He now plays it wider to Diop. And Diop now wider to Hakimi. Who gets it back there to Hakimi off of Bawadi. And it's now one back there again by Good play that by Al Anawi. Al Anawi now gets down his near side to Saladinha. Saladinha charging forward. Now can give it out to Toby. Toby tries to play it through towards Saladinha. It's blocked off there by Upamecano. And I think it's a goal kick. Not convinced, but I think it's a goal kick. No, it's a corner to Morocco on that far side. So it came off of a player and then onto Upamecano, and it's going to be a corner to Morocco on this near side. One of their very rare forays forward for the Moroccans. Hakimi and Diaz stand over it. So back now to Hakimi off of Alawan, off of Iwani. Zadina Iwani on this near side, trying to get through. Tries to play the ball inside, and it's deflected up there. It's won back by Saladinha, who just smashed this in the air, and that's going to go behind for a goal kick to France, which Magnan takes quickly out to Luca Digne. Digne goes charging forward, then plays it back inside now to Rabiot. Rabiot now carries the ball forward and plays it across to Jules Koundé. Koundé now to Dembele. Dembele back inside to Jules Koundé, and it's now with Upamecano. Upamecano carries the ball forward, and it's now going to be played forward again there with Digne. Digne now to Doué. Desire Doué cuts inside. Now plays it inside towards Kone, and Kone to Koundé. Jules Koundé now down this near side to Dembele. Dembele, and it's blocked there by Saladinha. So Dembele gives it back inside now to Doué. Digs one spot. Mazraoui heads out. Bawardi clears. Only as far now as Al Khanous. It's now given forward further there to Unwahi. Now to Toby. Toby just charging forward. He's trying to get round Upamecano. Can't do so. In the end, Upamecano just puts it out for a throw. And Morocco have a throw outside the penalty area, level the penalty area for, on the left hand side. Alcaraz come over to this near side, but it's going to actually be Saladinha who's going to get ready to launch this ball into the area. Actually, it's gone back as far now as Bawardi. Bawardi, he now gives it across this near side with Issa Diop, and Diop now to Mazraoui. Mazraoui forward to Bawardi, and Bawardi now gives it down this near side to Saladinha. Now forward inside to Toby. Toby then heads it inside, and it's now with Cal Canoes, but it led to a foul on Michael Elise. So Upamecano now takes this and plays it inside to Rabiot. Rabiot. And it's now played across to Saliba. Saliba. And it's now with Upamecano. Forward to Elise. Elise now to Kone. It's one back there by, actually one back again by Kone. Now to Mbappe. Mbappe. He gives it wider to Doué. Doué comes inside, hits a shot. Good save there by Yassine Bonu. Good save that by Yassine Bonu. And it's now with Magnan. Magnan on this near side now plays it forward to Saliba. Saliba. Now plays it down this near side to Upamecano. And Upamecano now plays it down this near side to Dembele. Dembele now plays it back inside to Elise. And Elise now plays it back to Upamecano. Upamecano now to Saliba. And Saliba plays it forward to Mbappe. It's now gone back to Digne. Digne, he now plays it back to Saliba. And Saliba plays it forward to Elise. Elise turns. Good turn by Elise. Now trying to play for Mbappe. And Mbappe's gone over the bar. France miss another chance there. And it stays France 0, Morocco 0. Mbappe would have been offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted if he had scored. But that was a chance in itself, which Mbappe couldn't quite keep down. and he wasn't to know it was going to definitely be confirmed as being offside. It's now going to go up towards El Canoes, headed down there by Koundé. Dembele now played out towards that far side with Mbappe. Mbappe wider to Desire Doué. Doué cuts inside, twisting and turning, and it's now gone back to Digne. Digne to Rabiot. Rabiot now goes wider to Desire Doué. Actually, that's that wide to Mbappe, and Mbappe now cuts back and then plays it to Digne. Luca Digne. Now to Mbappe. Mbappe still. And now plays it back to Doué. And Doué now goes down this near side to Upamecano. Now to Dembele. Dembele inside to Elise. Elise now turns, twisting, turning. And then plays it back there to Upamecano. It's now with Manu Kone. Now across to Saliba, and Saliba forward there to Desire Doué. Doué wider now to Mbappe. Mbappe dinks the ball into the box, and it's gone all the way out. Play there for a goal kick. Ads on Twitch. I had snoozed them 3 times. It's going to be a goal kick for Morocco when we get started. And Bono clears long up now towards El Canoes, but Koundé wins it. Now El Anawi wins it back. Kone heads forward. It's now headed forward again by Dembele. Diop now heads back the other way. But Wardy tries to bring it down. El Anawi does bring it down. It's now back to Diop. Diop plays it wide to El Canoes. Tries to flick it round Koundé. It's blocked by Koundé's hand. So that's going to be a free kick to Morocco. Yeah, it flicks his arm. It's going to be a free kick to Morocco. The France fans are bouncing over in the stands on that far side. And it's now going to be Diop to Hakimi. Hakimi. Now inside to Ouani. Now back to Issa Diop. And Diop now dinks this ball forward and flicked on there by Brahim Diaz up towards El Canoes. Nothing doing. It goes all the way through to Mike Maignan. Maignan now played it to Saliba. Saliba, he gives it wide to Luca Digne. Luca Digne, he now plays it across to Saliba, and Saliba now plays it down to Upamecano. Upamecano carries the ball over halfway, now plays it wider to Dembele. Dembele inside to Kone, who turns. It's now played wider on that far side to Desire Doué. Doué looks up, now plays it wider to Luca Digne. Digne now plays it back to Doué, and still battling away there is Doué. And then it's now with Rabiot to Luca Digne, who whips it in. Cleared away by Mazraoui. It's now headed forward again by Rabiot. Can't get there. Mbappe now. Here's the shot. And it's in from Kylian Mbappe. France have taken the lead. And Kylian Mbappe gets his goal. So that's Kylian Mbappe scores for France. Morocco are not happy. They reckon that something untoward has happened here. They think it might even be offside. But Kylian Mbappe scores on 59 minutes. So just before the hour mark, Kylian Mbappe scores for France and puts them 1-0 up. And looks like it's going to send them through to the semi-finals of this World Cup. But it's 1-0, Kylian Mbappe with the goal. Good curling effort there. Nothing Bonu could do with that one. Is right into that far corner. Good strike by Kylian Mbappe. And it looks like so far, unless Morocco can do something, they will be leaving the World Cup at the quarter-final stage. But there's still a little bit of time left in this one yet. Just under half an hour to go here in Boston. Oh, now the France fans are really bouncing. There's going to be a couple of changes here for Morocco. Rahimi and Amrabat are going to be coming on. And we're going to see Bawadi and El Kanous removed. So that's Ayub Bawadi off. And before Sofian Amrabat. And also Bilal Al Kanous coming off for Rahimi. So let's just get Rahimi up here. He's a forward. Sofian Rahimi. So that's going to be Sofian Rahimi. He'll go and play up front with Sofian Rahimi. I'm just going to put him in the place that Kanous was in currently. Sufian Rahimi, sorry. Come on, Flash score. Keep up. Brahimi wears the number 9 shirt for Morocco. Number 9, Sufian Brahimi, number 9. Okay, so there's your 2 changes for Morocco. As we just looked there, it's a deal fouling Kylian Mbappé. So I'm guessing it's going to be a free kick. we baguettes. So if Morocco were to go through, Issa Diop wouldn't be able to start or play. He's going to miss the next match because he is picked for a yellow card in this match and the previous one. And now with Upamecano and Deo Upamecano to Jules Koundé. Koundé now further inside to Elise. Michael Elise charging forward. Now gives it wider to Rabiot. And Rabiot now to Desire Doué. Doué around the corner to Rabiot. Pulls the ball across. Cleared out by Desire Doué. And it's going to be, not Desire Doué. It was cleared out by Issa Diop. That gives Mbappe 8 goals now, level with Lionel Messi in the top goal scorers chart. And it's now with Dale Picano on halfway. And he plays it to Jules Koundé. Koundé now plays it forward to Manu Kone. Now to Jules Koundé. And he now gives it back to Upamecano, who gives it across to Saliba. Saliba now to Digne. Play forward to Rabiot. Wider to Doué. Now back inside to Digne to Saliba. And Saliba now to Upamecano. Upamecano gives it wider now to Elise. Elise cuts inside. Still carrying it as Elise. Goes further inside the Bayern Munich attacking midfielder. Now gives to Manu Kone. He now gives it down this near side to Koundé, to Kone. Kone still holds on to it. Turns. Now plays it back inside to Elise. Elise can't quite get round Rahimi there. And Rahimi now pushes the ball way too far in front of him. And that's going to go out of play for a throw for France. As we approach 65 minutes here. Again, a good strike there from Kylian Mbappé for that goal. Brilliantly into that far corner. Left Bodu stretching, but couldn't. Even 2 Bodus wouldn't have reached that one. And it's a difference so far in this one. As Dembele is now charging forward. Dembele hits a shot. And it's in. And Ousmane Dembele scores. It's now 2. And Ousmane Dembele doubles the French lead on 65 minutes here, and it is now all but solved unless Morocco can pull off an absolute miracle. France will be progressing into the semi-finals of this World Cup, and there really was nothing to worry about from the French getting Argentinian officials because Mbappe on 59 and Dembele on 65 currently put them in charge of this quarter final, setting up a potential date with France in the semi final, but it could also be Belgium. Great strike there from Dembele. He saw the gap. He went for the gap. Bonu did get a hand onto that, but there was too much power behind that shot. And in the end, it found its way into that bottom right-hand corner to see France take the 2-0 lead. Here in Boston. So France's semi-final, by the looks of things, will be, as the ball's gone out of play there for a goal kick for Mike Maignan after the kickoff. So the semi-final for France will be 97-98 one, which we played in Dallas. So they were going to play in Dallas if they manage to hold on to this one with a potential date with Spain, who are playing Belgium tomorrow in Los Angeles, which leaves the Norway, England, Argentina, Switzerland quartet. They'll be playing Atlanta if they manage to get through in that one. The final is going to be played in New York, New Jersey, and the third place playoff is in Miami, for anybody that wants to know. Um, we've currently hit the hydration break, by the way, so we're currently not having any play at this moment in time. The players are taking on some hydration fluids, so will I. Oh. Morocco are going to find this very difficult now in the last 20 minutes. Morocco could still do something, I guess. I mean, look at Argentina the other night when they were 2 down, but I hope not. Yeah, it's possible, but I think this France team are now finding their groove a little bit. Now the Moroccans are tiring. Um, Morocco could probably make another couple of changes. Maybe risk Saibari coming off the bench. Maybe I don't know. Um, but really, it very much depends on what Morocco want to do from here. I think it's going to be a challenge. With it being 2-0 against France, France will be looking to make a bit more of an impact. Yeah, they're watering the pitch because I guess it gets quite dry with all the heat that they're going to get over there as well. It's probably drying it out a bit, so they'll water it in the hydration break. There's about 20 minutes left here. France are going to make a change. The number 6 Manu Kone's afternoon is over, and on comes Warren Zaire Emery, who wears number 18 for France. Da, 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 da. So that's going to become number 18, Warren Zaire Emery. Another ridiculously long name to add to our graphics screen there. No, it does not make it slippy. It actually, well, it can, but it also helps the ball roll. So it's better for them to have a bit of a more of a wet pitch. Right. Throwing on this near side for Salaradinia. Launches this one long. It's gone through to Warren Zaire Emery now to Rabiot. Rabiot battling away, and Koundé there as well battling. And in the end, it's going to go out for a throw, which Jules Koundé will take. Now throws into Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery battling there. Good win of the ball, but Amrabat has hold of it. Amrabat now goes back to Bono. Bono then goes out to the near side to Hakimi. Hakimi now charges forward. Still going as Achraf Hakimi. Still going as Hakimi. Still going as Hakimi. Then plays it forward there to Diaz. Gets it back now to Hakimi. And as it's got out for a throw. Now it's got inside to Al Anawi. Then turns. He gives it to Amrabat. Amrabat. He plays now to this near side with Telby. Telby charging forward. Still going as Telby. Then turns. Plays it back now to Saladinha. Inside to Unawi. Unawi. Now he gives it inside to Amrabat. Amrabat now is further forward to Anawi. And Anawi now gives it forward to Hakimi. Hakimi goes back now to Diop, and Diop goes forward to Amrabat. Amrabat, he now plays it forward to Diaz, and Diaz now further across there to Anawi, to Amrabat. Amrabat now to Saladinha, and Saladinha gives it to Toby, who tries to put the ball into the box, and I think it's been put behind there. As Toby whips the ball in, it's cleared behind, sliced by Upamecano, who sliced that up in the air. It could have gone anywhere in the end. It's just onto the roof of the net. So it's going to be a corner for Morocco, which I believe Diaz is going to take in a minute when he's ready. He's going to step up again here. And now whips it in towards the back post. It's going to come all the way through now to this near side with Unawi. Unawi can't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw for France. Pressure over there. Ooh, what was that? The one that kicked it into the top of the goal. It was onto the roof of the net from Upamecano, actually. Salah is going off. I think Yassine has just come on for Morocco. And also, there's two changes here again for Morocco, of which I'm struggling to follow currently. So Brahim Diaz has gone off, and so has Saladinha, like I said. And on has come Gessim. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gazim Yassin. And who's the other one that's come on? Well, here we go. Al Uhadi. They're not making it more easier for me, are they? Zakaria El Uhadi. Zakaria El Uhadi. And their numbers are? Right, so we've got number 13 at the back. And Yassine is number 16. Okay. So that's the changes there for Morocco. You missed out. I think it was number 4. Right, okay. Is there anything else happening subs-wise? Press that page again. Right, all the subs are sorted. And it's the foul there, I think, on Mbappe. He's currently down, not looking too happy, is Kylian Mbappe. I don't know whether he's pulled up with something. But they have got Jean-Philippe Mateta ready. Kylian Mbappe's on halfway. He's sitting down. At least he's going to help him to his feet, but I think he's going to go off here, Kylian Mbappe. So we're going to get another change here. Oh, I'll ask you to open that. Kylian Mbappe. So Kylian Mbappe is leaving the field of play. And there's going to be another change as well alongside this. So Kylian Mbappe is coming off. And Jean-Philippe Mateta is coming on. Desire Due is also coming off. So we've got number 22, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta. Desire Due is coming off of Bradley Barcola. Number 12, Bradley Barcola. Barcola. So that's the next two changes happen for France. I don't exactly know what happened to Kylian Mbappe because I was adjusting the Morocco subs. He may have just come off anyway, but it's now wider on that far side with Hakimi. Forward now and into it's one back there by Elise. Elise charging forward, plays it wider now to this far side and played across by Barcola. And it's now one back there by, I believe that's Alanawi. Alanawi still battling with it. Might either have been Yassine. It's now with Amrabat, and Amrabat across this near side with Alanawi, and further across now to Telby. Telby. Oh. Now back to Alanawi. And it's now with Issa Diop. Diop further inside now to Alanawi and wider to Hakimi. Hakimi. He gives it forward to can't Brahim Diaz, can it? It was going to be Yassine. Yassine now with Amrabat, back wider again on that far side now with Hakimi. Hakimi still going as Hakimi. Whips the ball into the box. Comes now down to Rahimi. Cleared away there by Saliba. Only now as far as Zaire Emery. It's now with Barcola. Bradley Barcola. Plays it inside now to Elise. Elise back forward to Barcola. Barcola into the box. Tries to play it across. It goes all the way across the face of goal. And in the end, out of play for a goal kick. We have 10 minutes to go here plus added time. And it's going to be a corner which Dembele is going to take. He plays it across now to Elise. Elise further across to Rabiot. Rabiot inside now to Koundé. Koundé wide to Elise. Elise now back to Rabiot, and Rabiot now to Upamecano. Upamecano across to Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery goes further across to Digne, and Digne now whips the ball in towards Mateta, who tried to head that down and then run onto it, but Bono claims. It's down to Amrabat. Sofiane Amrabat plays it wider now still to Hakimi, gives it back to Sofiane Amrabat. He now plays it down to Mazraoui, and Mazraoui now plays it wider to El Ouadi. El Ouadi now plays it to Ouani. Ouani cuts inside. Good play. This goes round Elise and still has a hold of the ball. And now plays it across to Amrabat. And Amrabat now goes wide to Hakimi. Hakimi back inside to Ouani. Ouani is now wider on that far side with Yassine. Yassine gives it back to Ouani. Ouani now back to Yassine. Yassine now whips the ball into the box. Can't quite get through Upamecano. And it's going to go bouncing out of play there for a throw to Morocco, level with the France penalty area. Still 2-0 to France. And it's now with Al Iwani. Now throws it inside and gets it back to Al Iwani. Trying to go round Koundé here. And does go round Koundé. And in the end wins a free kick. I think. Oh. Again, we take a look here at the strike from Kylian Mbappé. Good strike that from the French striker. Oh. The ball comes across now towards Toby. It's now with Rahimi. Now to Mazraoui, who goes further down now to Hakimi. Hakimi, still going, cuts inside, now plays it to Iwani. Iwani, into the box, goes wider, but there's a player down here, Hakimi, so play has stopped. Probably giving a free kick to Morocco here, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, free kick to Morocco. Again, dangerous area. Hakimi hasn't taken any. Hakimi has taken 2 free kicks so far, and both of them have not really been up to scratch. Hakimi now plays it across to Iwani. Iwani here's a shot. Good save there by Mannion, and it's going to go out for a throw on this near side, the French right. And again, it's going to go out now for a goal kick, I believe. Not quite sure, but I think it's going to be a goal kick. No, it's going to be a corner, which Hakimi's going to take. They're playing 2D replays so far, so I can't keep up with the live play. But Hakimi's going to take a corner on this near side. When the referee's ready and he's not complaining to the players that they're doing too much pushing and shoving, Hakimi will be able to take this corner. They're still doing it, even though he said to them stop. But Hakimi whips the ball into the box. It's flicked on and into the side netting there by El Anawi. And we have 5 minutes out of time to go here before France get their ticket into the semi-finals and go to Dallas. There's going to be another change here for Morocco. Off comes Telby, and on comes Sabai. So off comes Telby. And on comes Sabai. Another forward, Amin Spy. Amin Spy. And he wears the number. Oh, come on, Flash Score. Work for me. Spy wears the number 17. Okay. Magnan has the ball. Plays it wider now to Barcola. Barcola goes charging forward towards the edge of the box. Bradley Barcola. Still going. Now plays it through. All the way through there to Elise. And it's bent wide. Good chance that for Michael Elise. But he couldn't quite take it. He bends that ball wide for the target. And it's now with Bono. And Bono's going to play it to Mazraoui in a minute when the referee is ready, because there's going to be another change. Jules Koundé is coming off. And on comes number 2, Malo Gusto. France now going to be playing with Gusto. It's now with Elise. Elise brings the ball inside. Still going as Elise. Good tricking there. Now plays it inside to Dembele. Dembele tries to give it into Philippe Mateta, but cannot quite get it through to Mateta. So it's now gone with Alanawi. Alanawi forward to Hakimi. Hakimi. Now wider to Yassine. Back inside, but given away there to Bacola. And Bacola can chase forward the other way. Still going as Bradley Bacola. He's got Mateta up with him. Bacola hits a shot. Saved by Bono and out for a corner. We're about 3 minutes to go for the time here. France are chasing a third. And Bradley Bacola nearly had it if it wasn't for the save of Yassine Bonu. Mbappe's got ice on an ankle, so he might have injured his ankle. They're probably precautionary. He's probably just tweaked something. Hence why he is not finishing the game. And Jean-Philippe Mateta is. And on corner whipped in there by Dembele up towards Mateta, but it's too much on that. And it's got him flying behind for a goal kick. In the end, for Morocco. It's played forward by Alanawi now to this side to the number 17 Spy. It's now gone to Diop. Diop turns, gives it inside now to Alanawi, to Mazraoui. Mazraoui charges forward, now gives it wide near side to Unawi. Unawi back inside to Mazraoui, and he now plays it across to Alanawi. Alanawi now gives it across that far side with Hakimi. Hakimi to Yassine. Yassine now plays it inside to Unawi. Unawi now to the number 17 Spy towards Unawi, and it's gone all the way back to Mannion, who clears it out near side towards Elise. Alanawi plays it back there to Mazraoui. Mazraoui now to Amrabat and played forward there to Spy. Spy wider still now to El Anawi. El Anawi plays it, well, cuts inside, gives it now to Unawi. Unawi, and it's flicked back there to Mike Mannion. We're into the last 30 seconds of normal time here, and we'll see how much added time gets added on. It's now Upamecano, gives it back to Mannion. Mannion wider to Saliba. You now see the French flags in full force in the crowd here in America. It's now with Bacola, gets pulled off the ball. Free kicks been given. Last 15 seconds of the 90. Now last 10 seconds of the 90. As we get ready for the added time to be held up. It's 90 minutes. And we're going to get 6 minutes at a time at the end of this second half. 6 minutes of added time. It's now with Rabiot. He gives it back to Saliba. Saliba inside now to Warren Zaire-Emery. Wider still to Gusto. Gusto now to Upamecano. And Upamecano plays it back to Mike Mannion. Magnan. He clears this one out for a throw. And Morocco will take on that far side with Yassine. Gosh. Now Amrabat. to Mazraoui. Back to Amrabat. Now with Spy. Spy goes charging forward. Cuts it back now to El Nawi. Forward to Rahimi. Now with Uwanawi. Uwanawi plays it inside, but Digne clears. But it's only going to go out for a corner to Morocco. There was so many flags, actually. I totally agree. As Spy gets ready to take this on this far side. Whips it in towards the back post. It's flicked out there by Malo Gusto. Only as far there as Amrabat. And it's now with Rahimi. Rahimi forward still. Goes all the way through now to Yassine. Yassine goes round. Cleared there by Saliba. And out of play. Oh, actually, it might go all the way up to Barcola. Barcola has it now. Turns. Gives it inside to Dembele. Dembele now turns again. And plays it back there to Zaire Emery. Down this near side to Gusto. Gusto. He plays it now to Elise. Elise now plays it back inside to Upamecano. He plays it across to Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery wider now to Digne. Digne. Dembele gets it back now to Rabiot. Rabiot tries to play it now inside to Philippe Mateta, but it's intercepted there. And the battle now is with Ainui to Amrabat. Now with Rahimi. He gives it back now to the onrushing Spy. And it's now played out to his near side to Spy. Spy takes it down. Good takedown, but Legendary is taking it with his arm. So it's going to be a free kick to France. And we've nearly played half of the added time here, as it's now with Elise battling away here. He's pulled around, and Elise then plays it back to Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery out to that far side with Barcola, who gives it back to Digne. Digne down to Saliba, and Saliba to Magnon. Magnon to Upamecano. Upamecano plays it now inside to Dembele. Dembele now gives it further back to Zaire Emery. Back to Dembele. Dembele goes charging forward. Plays it inside to Jean-Philippe Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta skips past it. Tries to hit a shot low, but it's saved there by Bono. And cleared long. Up now towards Unawi. Unawi carries the ball forward. Still coming now to Unawi. Good ball carrying. One back there by Malo Gusto. And Malo Gusto now gives it down the near side to Elise. Elise round the corner. Still going, and in the end, it's got out to play for another throw for Morocco. As we have approached 94 minutes here, 2 minutes to go. As it's now with Hakimi. Hakimi dinks the ball over the top. He's going for goal here, and that's way too much on that. You're never beating Magnon from that distance like that. And it's going to be a goal kick. Just seen Brice Samba in the French dugout there. He used to be a former Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, but you can't really force Magnon out to the French team at the moment. So all Brice can do is look on from the substitutes bench. And it's now with Bono to Al-Nawi. Al-Nawi to Mazraoui. Back to Bono. Bono. Now gives it wider to Diop. Diop gives it inside, looking there towards Yassine. Yassine turns. And then plays it out to the near side to Unawi. Unawi thinks it forward now to Spy. Spy can't quite get round by Gusto, and that's going to be a free kick. And we're into the final minute here, the 95th minute of 96. I know Upamecano's going to get ready to take. In fact, he leaves it to Magnon. Just to waste some time. Magnon now clears this one long, upfield, looking towards Jean-Philippe Mateta. He can't quite get there, so it's going to be a throw to Morocco and Al Anawi with about 10 seconds to go. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last action of the game, as it's now with Dembele. Dembele plays it across down to Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery towards the edge of the box. Now to Bacola. Bacola inside to, I think that was inside to Elise, but it's cleared up and over the top. And that's it. France 2, Morocco 0 is a full-time score. And France will get their ticket to Dallas to play against Spain or Belgium in the next round. But we do have a winner. It's France. It was probably always going to be France, but Morocco did give it a good go. And in the end, at full time, it finishes France 2, Morocco 0. I shall be back tomorrow for Spain versus Belgium in the second half of this tie. But until next time, if you have watched on YouTube, thank you very much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you are over on Twitch and haven't followed me over on there yet, or you watched on the VOD, don't forget to drop me a follow over there too. But for now, from a very warm UK and from a very, very warm UK, I shall bid you a very good evening and goodbye for now. Goodbye.